Magic is real. So when Teresa hit me up saying that she wanted to have me at her event, before she even told me what it was about, I was just like, yes, I'm down. I love Teresa so much. So Teresa, thank you so much for having me. And I was just sitting over there and I was thinking about the theme of the event, Magic is Real. And I love the theme, not just because it's the theme of the event, but I feel like that's the theme of life, right? Magic is real. Just out of curiosity, how many people here believe in magic? So some of you, right? How many of you know magic is real?
I'm a bloody scientist.
Wait, look.
The science proves it. Yes. Yes.
It's all physics.
Yes.
Physics is magic, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And before we get into what I'm going to share with you guys, I just wanted to share a bit about my purpose and why I'm here. How many of you are familiar with the times of Atlantis? Beautiful. So one of my reasons for being, one of my missions is to reopen the doors of Atlantis within our consciousness. I started my journey as a magician when I was about 16 years old. I saw a guy named David Blaine on TV. How many of you guys familiar with David Blaine? I just saw him on TV and instantly I was just like, that's what I want to do. I didn't know at the time that some of what he does was just illusions and tricks. I thought it was all real. But what's interesting is that I found out is that as I became a magician, as I learned the tricks of the trade, as they say, most magicians don't believe in real magic. It's a little weird, isn't it? Most, not all, most magicians don't believe in real magic. To me, that makes you an illusionist, right? I'm not one of those people. I know magic is real like you guys. And I believe magic is found in each and every one of us, that we're all magic expressing ourselves in human form. Yes?
Yeah. Totally. Bloody miracle.
I keep looking at Nassim to correct me with the science. Yes? So what I'd like to do is just warm up a little bit. I'm going to warm up my hands, and we're going to start with a little performance that I'm going to do with a deck of cards, and you guys will be able to watch, from what I understand, on the screen. I believe we have a camera somewhere. Yeah? Moving slowly so camera can turn on. Yeah? I have to face this way? Okay, cool. So, got a deck of cards over here. I'm going to have you guys help me out. This is where we saw you in half.
If I have to count them, I'm going to screw up.
No counting required. All I'm going to ask you to do is, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and you're going to take out any card you like. It's okay if I see the card. Not that one. No, I'm joking. Go ahead. Take it out. And you're going to show everyone, including the cameras. And again, it's okay if I could see it. I could see it on the screen anyway. Good. Are you happy with that card?
Sorry.
I'm not happy unless you're happy. Do you want to change it?
No, it's good.
Yeah?
I'll take it.
Do me a favor. You're going to take this marker.
Okay.
And actually, you can hand the marker to Nassim.
Uh-oh.
And
if I got it
Nassim,
right, I'm going to screw up.
fortunately, this is something you've practiced for a long time because I just want you to sign your name
Okay.
on the front of the card.
I can do that.
On the front, yeah.
Okay.
Want me to hold that mic?
Yeah.
This makes it a unique card. Right?
eBay.
eBay?
eBay.
Yeah.
eBay.
And I'll take that. Make sure this is dry. And are you left-handed or are you right-handed?
Right.
You're right-handed. Hold out your right hand like a table, like so. Yep. Perfect. Just like this so everyone could see. Make sure. Good. And I'm just going to give you this card to hold.
Okay.
And you're going to put your other hand on top like a sandwich. Beautiful. Now, do you have the marker?
Yeah.
Perfect. Just going to open this up.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just use the next card. Jack of Hearts. Everyone can see this? Camera, there we go. Awesome. And what we're going to do here is we're going to make this card unique as well. So I'm going to sign this. Perfect. Now, whatever you do, don't move. Watch. You might feel this. So all I'm going to do, feel this. Often you see magicians waving their hands over things like they're doing something special, right? You felt that, right?
I did, yeah.
Right? Watch. Imagine what could happen if I just waved, just like that.
No.
With your signature, do me a favor, open up your hand if this
You
worked
got a
correctly.
wormhole in there.
Open up your hand, show everybody. Show everyone the card.
Oh!
Big round of applause, everybody.
Who says that wormholes are not traversable? Wow.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
That
you.
was good.
Wow.
So that was our warm-up. Say again? Now we're going to cut him in half.
Yeah, please. I need both half of me because. Yeah, I guess I'm whole in each half since I'm holographic. Thanks for reminding me. I'm good. You can cut me.
We're good. We're settled. We can cut you.
I'd be easier to manage. Yeah.
Much easier.
So along my journey of becoming a magician and even discovering real magic, I've realized
Depends which half.
That's true.
Yeah.
as I started to perform magic, this is back when I was about 20 years old, as I started to perform magic, I noticed that when I would perform certain things, the people around me would believe that what I was doing was real magic. And at the time, I was just doing illusions. I was just doing card tricks. And something occurred to me is that I didn't want to take that away from them, right? Because they were believing that real magic was happening, which means their mind was expanding. But I wanted to keep integrity. I didn't want to be a liar. So what I decided to do is just go out there and learn things that can count as real magic. Be it energy work, psychic ability, hypnosis if you want to, that's kind of like on the borderline.
Don't go there.
That could be useful.
So as my craft evolved, I realized that the purpose of my performance art was really just to blur the lines between illusion and reality so that when I perform, you really don't know what you're getting. And so that's why I call my craft Lionism, because my name is David Lion. That being said, we're going to try something that hopefully blurs those lines for you right now. This isn't something that always works, but we're going to take a chance.
Okay,
All
if
right.
you do it on me, I'm gonna screw up.
I think we might have to play with that. I'm going to take your mic from you because you're going to need your hands free. If I give that to you. Perfect. And let's see how we want to do this here. Nassim, if I could have you stand right over here. And maybe a little bit closer. Yeah, right over here. Good. And if I could have you stand right over here. Perfect. Let me see. Now, let me ask you, have either of you guys ever been hypnotized before?
I think I spent my life hypnotized.
Spent your life hypnotized, right?
This is starting to look like our board meeting.
Yeah, we're actually, we'll take one step this way, actually. We're going to come a little to the side. Yep, same. A little to the side here. Yep, right over there. Are you good? Yep. Beautiful. Now, here's the interesting thing with hypnosis. I've been doing hypnosis for about 16 years. I got hypnotized by a 12-year-old boy the first time I experienced hypnosis. So needless to say, that changed my life.
Me, it was my first girlfriend.
It was your first girlfriend. I know that feeling as well. What I've learned about hypnosis is it goes back way further than what we're taught. We're taught that hypnosis started with a man named James Braid, but it actually goes back to ancient Egyptian times, and I even believe back to Atlantean times. And the more I've done hypnosis, often the hypnotist will say the word sleep, and the person will go into a deep trance. But what's interesting is that when the hypnotist says sleep, you're not actually falling asleep. You might look like that, but you're actually going into a heightened state of consciousness. You're still aware of everything that's happening. You're still aware that I'm hypnotizing you, but you're just even more aware of your inner world. You have access to more of your potential, more of your consciousness. So I would say that's the opposite of sleep. I would say that's awakening. And so in my books, I say hypnosis is awakening. That being said, we're going to try something to show how we're all connected. Nassim, if you could do me a favor, I want you to make sure your feet stay firmly planted on the floor, keeping perfect balance.
How did I get into this?
That's a very good question.
Teresa?
Are you right-handed or are you left-handed?
Right-handed.
Perfect, give me your right hand. And you're gonna let your right arm be loose and limp like a wet rag. Beautiful. And I'm gonna ask you to just look into my eye over here. And I want you to imagine like you have X-ray vision, like you could see 2 feet behind me. Beautiful. Now feel this. Good. Deep breath in. And just relax the body. As you start to blink, deep breath in one more time. And let your eyes close. You're doing perfectly. And deep breath in one more time. And sleep all the way down, very gently. And sleep. Deeper. There you go. And deeper. And deeper, so that as soon as I drop this hand, you can let yourself go twice as deep, twice as relaxed, noticing that you're still here. You can still hear my voice. You can just concentrate on your breathing as you relax even deeper. This arm could be relaxed, completely relaxed. And this arm could be relaxed, completely relaxed. Perfect. And I'm just going to ask you to continue to focus on your breathing until I come back to you. Just nod your head once you understand. Perfect. My brother, how you feeling, man?
Scared.
Scared?
Yeah.
That's honest.
Okay.
And are you left-handed, right-handed?
Right-handed.
You're right-handed as well. Okay, give me your right hand. And let it be loose and limp like a wet rag. Like a wet rag, beautiful. And you're going to keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. I'm going to take this. And I just want you to follow my fingers with your eyes and with your head. Beautiful. And close your eyes. And still follow my fingers. Just with your eyes on the inside. You can keep your head still. Just with your eyes. Just with your eyes. And sleep. All the way down. Deeper. And deeper. And sleep. Deeper still. So that as soon as I drop this hand, right the way deep. There you go. Right the way sound asleep. Now all I want you to do as you stand there is just focus on your breathing. I will let you know when to open your eyes, and I will let you know when to speak. Until then, just focus on your breathing, and just in your minds, I want you to take note of every sensation that you feel. Just in your minds, taking note of every sensation that you feel. keeping your eyes closed, if you felt something touch your face, I want you to raise one hand in the sky. Put your hands down. And just out of curiosity, if you felt that sensation 2 times, I want you to raise one hand in the sky. Put your hands down. On the count of 3, and only on the count of 3, eyes open, wide awake, feeling amazing, like you just had an 8-hour nap and 3-hour massage, feeling on top of the world, full of magic. On the count of 3, 1, 2, and 3. Eyes open, wide awake, feeling good. Feel good? Good? Feel good? Beautiful. Now you guys all saw what I did, right? Their eyes were closed. Now,
We didn't strip or anything.
I was going to say, thank you for the striptease.
you'll see the
Nassim.
video later. Now, Chris, let me ask you something. You said at some point you felt something touch your face, yes? Now, could you show me, just with your finger, where did you feel something touch your face? On his nose. And if you had to describe for everyone what it felt like that touched your nose, what did it feel like?
Like a feather.
Like a feather. So it felt like something soft.
Yes.
Guys, did I ever touch him? No. But you genuinely felt something. Chris, what I did is I came over here, I connected your energies once you were in trance. I took Nassim's hair, brushed it across his nose twice, and that's exactly what you felt. Give him a big round of applause.
Awesome.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Guys, thank you very much. I will see you guys throughout the week.
Now I know what I gotta do when I'm having a board meeting with you.
If there's one thing that you could say to them tonight to really start to bring this magic is real in that you would want to seed them with, what would it be tonight, David?
Thank you. I would say it's simply just realizing who you are. And I know that sounds really simple, but I had a huge moment in my life on January 11th, 2012. That was 1/11/2012, where my whole life changed. And it was the day that I discovered that magic was real. And up until that point in my life, I'm going to try and summarize the story. Up until that point in my life, all I wanted was to be a celebrity. I wanted to be recognized. I was performing on TV. I was performing with celebrities like Drake and all that kind of stuff. And no matter how much I climbed that ladder of success, I just felt incredibly empty. You know, I had everything that I wanted. I had, you know, the fame and the girls and the this and the that, but I just felt really empty inside. And then there was a day where I went to go see this healer back in my hometown of Montreal. Anyone from Montreal? Yeah? David Blaine. I went to go see this healer for this girl who I was dating at the time. And this was in a time where I didn't believe in energy healing or psychics or any of that stuff. I was really skeptical. I thought that maybe some people had those gifts, but not everybody, especially not in my hometown of Montreal. And my girl at the time, she said she was seeing bad things. She said she was seeing bad spirits, and I thought she was nuts. And I had heard about this energy healer guy, and I'm like, oh, well, he's nuts, she's nuts, let me put 2 crazy people together. True story. And so I went to his house, and I was when I texted him, like, yeah, my girl is seeing bad spirits, can you help? And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. I'm like, what is this, like a regular Tuesday for you? And so I go to his house, and I'm picturing in my mind, he's probably gonna be this guy with this long beard and like crystals and like a kumbaya shirt. And I got to his house, and it was just regular looking dude in track pants eating a Pop-Tart. And I was like, oh, okay, he's a cool looking dude. And we go into his healing room where he had a massage table and he had a couch behind. And he asked my girl to lie down on the massage table, on her back. And I just sat on the couch and I watched. And as she lay down, her eyes were closed. He came, stood over here with his eyes closed, and started to do this chakra DJ looking thing. And he's waving his hands above her. And in my mind, as a magician, as a performer, I'm like, oh, this is really great performance. But then something happened where he would go, let's say, like above her chest, without touching her, and he would pull his hand up, and her chest would go like this. And I was like, what? And go near her head and pull, and her head would move. And I was looking at this, and I'm going like, how is this happening? This is not possible. And then maybe 30 minutes into the session, no words were ever exchanged. At some point, her face turned red. She went into this rage, and she just broke down crying, had this release, and all of a sudden there was this palpable sense of peace in the room. And I was just like, she just had a release. I don't know what happened, but he did something. And then he told her, okay, you can open your eyes again. And he said something that really stuck with me, because it was very logical. He said, the reason why you were experiencing demons on the outside is because you were suppressing your inner demons on the inside. So it had to manifest as a certain reflection. I'm like, that makes sense. I can accept that. And so he helped her. I paid him his money. And I thought that was it. And as I was about to leave, all of a sudden he closes his eyes and he turns to me and he's just like, we have information for you. I was like, look, buddy, I don't know who we is. It's just me and you in here. But he just began to read me, and he knew nothing about me, but he's just like, you think you're this macho, impressive magician who's a celebrity, who gets girls and da-da-da-da-da, but really the real you is soft and sensitive and is designed to help people and be a mentor, and you have gifts like me inside of you. You have real magic inside of you. And at the time, I didn't know what he was talking about with the gifts and abilities, but what he most gave me in that moment was this distinction between who I thought I was, the macho, impressive dude, and who I truly was. And he left me with this idea that the sooner I let go of who I think I need to be, the sooner I become more of who I truly am again. And that became the day, the moment that I finally felt that I was on the path of fulfillment, not realizing that that tool, that distinction he gave me between of who I thought I was and who I truly was the path to unlocking the real magic that I had inside. And so I guess what I want to leave you with today is just the simple understanding that our gifts, our abilities, aren't something that we have to learn or reach for. It's like a radio station. If you look at your childlike essence, whoever you were as a child, your childlike essence, that version of you is where all your gifts and abilities lie. And so the sooner you let go of all those things you think you need to be, seriousness, toughness, guardedness, and you go back to vulnerability, silliness, humility, playfulness, you go back to that channel and you discover that you are the magic that you've been looking for. Yeah. And that's my message. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Teresa.
Good job. Thank you very much.